quarterback, Isaiah Vazquez. Vazquez throws downfield.
Vazquez will come to the plate.
Isaiah Vazquez.
Isaiah Vazquez.
Throws Isaiah Vazquez a triple. And to drive in a run to get...
He just went straight down the field. Vazquez hit him.
Isaiah Vazquez taking the snap.
Vazquez looks, throws downfield, caught at the 30, the 20, the 10.
Vazquez leading the charge. You know, Jonas, I was down on the field pregame, and Vazquez, man, he throws a pretty ball. He looks like a quarterback. When it comes out of his hand, it looks just so natural.
Alright guys, we are back with another video. Today, you know, got a little special edition, a little special type of video. So, I guess you can call like my region. I don't know how to describe it honestly exactly, but going to be able to participate in an all-star game. So you know, it's pretty cool. Today is Wednesday, and the whole like event, whatever, last Wednesday through Saturday. So you know, it's a good couple of days of, you know, I guess it's like our own all-star weekend, you could say. But yeah, that's what this, you know, this episode is going to be. Football, by the way, for football. That's what this episode is going to be about. Today is Wednesday. I'm currently packing up before I gotta check into the hotel. So that is what I'm doing. I'm trying to get all my stuff together. I feel very all over the place right now. But yeah, that's just what we're getting into right now. And yeah, here we go. Let's get started with see how things go. All right, got all our equipment. Got practice jerseys, short pads, helmets, pants, all that. Let's see if that's what the helmet looking like. They changed it a little bit with the face mask, but got the stuff, got the goods. Good old pigskin. Beautiful day. Yep. We're looking pretty good right now. Some of the best and cheapest visors you can find. So, you know, pretty good. Day outside, man. Real beautiful day. You know. Just got done with the lifting aspect. Chest and tricep focused. I can't lie, that workout got me tired a bit. You know, definitely got to get back going into it some more. But no, that's why we're here. Time to get some field work now. See what we're gonna do. Not as many people here right now, but we're gonna get what we can in regardless. We got the helmet already up now. Put a nice little slighted tinted visor on it. Normally my go-to, especially for practice situations. Now heading to, I'm about to go pick up my friend and former teammate. I guess you could say teammates one more time, at least. Gonna go pick him up, and then have to check into the hotel, which everyone is staying at. And by everyone, I mean like all the coaches and players. We're all required to stay at the same hotel. So that is what we got in store next. That's what we're doing right now. got done with the first practice for the All-Star game. Currently in my hotel room I'm rooming with the teammate that I picked up earlier. So, but first practice, just had to get to learning, new playbook, terminology, all that. I'm learning it pretty decently for the most part. Knowing the signals, just gotta get the terminology down. That's really the biggest thing. It wasn't the best, wasn't the worst, Still good moments. I still personally feel like, could have gone better, but, probably shouldn't expect things to go perfect just because, it's just so many different things, different people, different coaches, all that, but that's just me. But, not here for long. Don't got much time to clean up and all that. Or I cleaned up as much as I could, but about to go to main event. So, that's a little pretty cool activity. So, yeah, main event, here we go. See y'all there.
This way. Yeah, I got my 19. We're all coming behind you. We got you. Got you.
Alright, day 2 now. It's currently about 12, so around noon. Just had, breakfast, morning practice. Day 2 practice was a lot better than yesterday, so that's good. Feeling a lot more knowledgeable and just understanding the offense. I'm getting water or ice right now for my water. Ice machine's broken, but yeah, we're about to, just chill for like 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes, then go to a little burger place to eat for lunch, eat that, and after that we're supposed to have another practice, a lighter practice, but another practice, and then got dinner after that. So that's kind of how day 2 will go. Having a good day so far, hoping to keep the good day going and just keep stacking good on good.
Changes to our upgraded physics-based tackling system with new tackle types and enhancements.
Like that? Oh.
Boy, if you don't, I want some cheeseburgers just to eat. I love it.
Thank you.
Alright, y'all. Last day of this All-Star week. I haven't been able to talk much, but I'll catch y'all a little later. The morning of the game, of the All-Star game, we're currently about to go get breakfast. That's what I'm about to do. I'll catch up with y'all soon.
All that space you got, though.
June 13th.
Remember to
Number 16, Isaiah Vazquez. Amarillo High. Number 18, Abram
Isaiah Vazquez. Vazquez had great years for the Mustangs.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Herrera with the reception and a beautiful pass from Isaiah Vazquez.
And I'll tell you, we talked about the fact
Vazquez is a playmaker. I'm telling you, he can make plays with the football. Looks like we've got a
7
in the blue team into the field. At the 45, back to pass, looking. Vazquez has a man wide open. 20 inside the 20, caught down at the 14-yard line. What a play! Wow, man, that was the play they needed. And what an arm by Vazquez. He just put it right on him. So, third down and 10. The ball at the 14-yard line of the red. Ball's loose on the floor, on the turf, picked up and rolling right. Vazquez going to stop, return to the other side. He's in trouble. Throws it. He caught it the 15 down to the 10. Still going inside the 10 to around the 8. Isaiah Vazquez just pulled it out of nowhere and made it happen. Got the ball out to. It's not the play, but it could go a long way to be in the play. It's Capitol Park, Lowry Field.
Wow.
Isaiah Vazquez hands off to number 2.
I'll tell you what, that is just sheer determination.
Oh, shoot. There you go. There you go.
But in pass connects to number 34.
All right, y'all. So this is actually me. This is Sunday. Like I said, the All-Star Week was Wednesday through Saturday. So game happened last night. Sadly, my team lost, but it was still a very, very fun experience. Good time, just meeting new people, playing against them with, old people like in the past. It was one more time at the field. Personally, had a pretty good outing. I think I had like 3 drives, 4 at most, and scored on 2 of them. So, was had efficiency out there. Last I remember, I don't know if I talked any day 2. I'm just gonna backtrack because I know I talked about day 1. So I'm just gonna backtrack as much as I could because I still remember it all pretty well, because it was a good time, cool time. So day 2, got a lot more familiar with the things. Each day we installed new things to the offense. But, just got a lot more familiar with the terminology of things and just, I guess, trying to figure out how to word it, how to call, you know, the offense. And then, you know, I was still trying to hash things out, you know, still trying to work and iron some specifics out. And so still a learning process, a lot better, but a learning process nonetheless. That day we had a 2-a-day, you know, we had 2 practices, one in the morning and then one in the afternoon. We had, you know, our morning practice, and then after that we had Fuddruckers to eat. Burgers were solid, you know, they're pretty good. I really love their fries. Their fries were amazing. So we had that, and then I believe we went to the hotel, you know, had a bit of downtime, and then went back for our other practice in the afternoon. That was like mainly a special teams focused practice, you know, figuring out what we're gonna do there. Sorry, it's kind of blanked. Special teams. Only special teams I was involved in was being the holder for PAT. I had past experience in that, so I was like, I mean, why not, you know? I mean, you're just holding it. And in the All-Star game, there was no rush. So it was literally just, I mean, there was no rush, literally. Just, I was out there holding a kick. So I did that. And then for dinner, what did we have for dinner? I know I for sure recorded that. Honestly cannot. Let's see, because that wasn't the banquet day. Man, I don't know. Because that wasn't main event. I believe I already talked about when we went to main event. You know, we went to main event, we had like chicken nuggets and like sliders with french fries, and then went bowling, played laser tag arcade games. Because that was after the first day, the first practice. So day 2, I really cannot remember. I know it's in my recording somewhere. So I'm gonna go look back at my recordings real quick, and I'll get back with y'all. So be right back. All right, so it was on day 2. Day 2, we had they took us to like this banquet. It wasn't even a banquet, but it was kind of like a banquet hall thing. But we had chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and corn. Then we had like this chocolate cake after. The chocolate cake was really good. The chicken fried steak, I mean, it wasn't bad, you know. It was nothing special or anything, but I mean, it was good. You know, they fed us a lot, you know. So, you know, we had a lot of good food, you know. I was thankful for that. So we had that, and at that like event, actually, I won like a $10 gift card. So, yeah, I mean, that was pretty neat. So, I mean, yeah, we ate there, you know. We were there for a good while, you know, had a good time just collaborating with all the people, you know. And then, I mean, after that, just went back to the hotel, you know, just played the game, you know, talked with some old friends and talked with, you know, some new people we met. And, I mean, yeah, that was it for day 2. And then on to day 3, which will be Friday. So the day before our game, really got to just, you know, once again put in some new plays, but also reviewing the old plays once again. This was the point where I really understood things, you know, really understood just how to manage it all. So it was good. It was good getting to just fully understand it all. That was a morning practice. So that was the morning practice. I think these practices were like 9 or 10 when we would have them in the morning. Sorry. But yeah, we, just went. We were supposed to have another 2-a-day practice, but our coach was like, let's just all just do it in the morning and get it over with. So that's what we did. We went over all this stuff, just top to bottom, went over all that. So, and it was actually a really good day outside, so it wasn't like it was just a killer. It was actually really, it felt good being out there. So when we did that, and then it was around lunchtime again whenever we finished. So, and then we went back to Fuddruckers for the second day in a row. This time we had chicken sandwiches. Honestly, I don't know which one I liked better. They were both, in my opinion, they were both good. Once again, the fries were just amazing. So, got pretty familiar with Fuddruckers this week. Pretty familiar with them. Had a chicken sandwich, and then after that we went back to the hotel, and then we went back to the hotel. I took a nap because I was tired, very tired. So I took a pretty long nap. Woke up, played the game a little bit, and we got ready for our banquet. Banquet was pretty cool. Got all the teams introduced, players, where they're from, and all that, and also like the reasoning for the game, because reasoning for the game is actually like a group of players who got hurt playing football in high school. So yeah, we just went through all of those things. We even received like a little plaque, a watch, a personalized watch, so, and a team photo. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. For dinner there, because this was like 7, 8-ish around that time. So dinner time. What we have for dinner? What did we have for dinner? I remember we had like apple. It wasn't really apple pie. Like apple cobbler. Yeah, we had cobblers. Those cobblers were really dang good. That was some really good cobbler. Man, I don't know why I can't remember any of the foods we had. Let me check again. Be right back once again. We had barbecue. That's what we had at the banquet. We had barbecue, so it was pulled pork, and then beans. I didn't really get to get on video exactly. Like the exact meal, because I ate it all so fast. Cause I was by that time I was hungry, and I didn't think of even recording this. So I got like the very end, but that was a good. That, in my opinion, was the best like meal we have had up to that point. And went through the banquet, had our food, did all that good stuff. And after that, we went back to the hotel. We went back to the hotel and just relaxed. Currently, I know I'm skipping ahead, but currently at this very moment, I came to see my girlfriend's sister's dance recital things. So came to watch and support. So that's just where I'm sitting right now in the parking lot recording. I'm about to have to leave, so I will continue the rest of this. So basically ended Friday. The last day before game day. That's where I'm leaving off. So once I come back, I'll talk about all Saturday. The game day, just get into the game and all that. Which in my opinion was the best day, best part. So. Get into that and then catch y'all there. All right, here we are. I'm gonna be talking about Saturday, the whole game day, that whole experience. So woke up, I think had breakfast at about 9. Had an omelet. It was the hotel we stayed at, they had an omelet bar. It was really good. I really enjoyed that breakfast. So we did that. we checked out of the hotel. We went to the field where we played. We had like a very early like walkthrough, you know, just smooth things out, make sure, you know, everyone understands their assignments, all that. We did that, finished up, and then they actually took everyone to the movies, which was really neat. I thought that was really cool of them, you know. Took us all to the movies. We watched Mission Impossible. I have actually never watched any Mission Impossible, so that was my first one, and I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. It was really cool. Had popcorn, slushy. I'm not sure if that was the best decision, but I mean, had to. It was the movies. So we did that. After that, we went back to the field and we're like the stadium. And at the stadium, there's like a booth, like I guess you say, whatever, like high up there, and like the bird's eye view, where we had a pregame meal. It was like a chicken Alfredo pasta. It was so good. It was actually really, really good. So that was a really good pregame meal. I'm really glad I got to have that. I mean, also just like seeing that, you know, just seeing that part of the stadium, I guess, just like, you know, going through the parts of the stadium that we went through was also cool in its own, you know, just, and then being up there, seeing the view it was actually really nice. It was really, really nice, really cool experience. So we did that, and then that's whenever we went to the locker room and then started getting ready for the game, you know. I started, went out there, first drive for us on offense, we were able to get a touchdown. And although I started, that was the only drive I was able to get in the first half, but I was able to get like two or three more in the second half. There's only one drive that I was a part of that we did not score, so I was able to put successful drives in together. That was the goal. So, you know, did a good job doing that. Just really fun overall, really cool week, meeting all the new people, you know, just doing all the activities they have for us. It was a really cool experience, and I'm glad I was able to be part of it. You know, it was just the whole week was fun. It was a really fun week. I'm glad I got to experience it, and I hope that video was able to kind of like show that. I hope this video was good and fun to watch. As always, thank y'all for tuning in, and see you on the next one.